Morning, Sagar. Good to see you, man. INO's looking good. I lost 20 bucks on it. I took, let's see, about 100 at 1670, and I had this level here at 1650 as a point where I would want to stop out, and if it broke, and it looked like it was, it did break it, and then I put the order in at 1650, and it shot back up and caught my order, but then went all the way down to 1625, and now has curled around and is coming back up. And so if this recovers from this, I'm pretty sure I'm going to feel fairly confident about getting back in. So as a matter of fact, I might even get back in at 65. Now that it's recovered. Just 100 shares. I'll take another stab at it. Hopefully we'll get the pullback. And I might even get in a couple hundred shares, and then obviously if it breaks 50 again, I'll get out. So let's see if we can get a flush down to those levels real quick just to pick up my order. I really think INO is gonna go higher today, and the reason being is we've had such a beautiful, almost perfect to the T retest of these levels. It's 1936 levels. Where was it? Yeah, it was literally to the T, and I can see it bursting out through there on the daily. And what was the news on INO? Let me look that back up again. Yeah, gains on early data testing. So with a COVID-19 vaccination, and mind you, it's testing in animals, but yeah, it looks like there could be some great potential here. And obviously, if this goes against me, I'll be ready to get out. But I'm looking for a retest of at least 65, maybe even a dip down to 55. But then we would need a really quick buyback on that. Right now, on the 5-minute, it's not looking so favorable. So 47 is where I would have to get out. Let's just see what we can do here. See what we can do with this. Oh, you've got it on watch as well? Nice. Yeah, I think it's going to do, I really do. I think it's going to do well today. Now, I say that hesitantly just because we've had this gradual sell-off here. But the reason I say that, and the reason that I'm willing to take that into serious consideration, is because INO has a knack for looking like it's going to sell off and then having explosive moves to the upside. We've seen it happen multiple times already, and so I don't see that as anything too far-fetched. There we go. Okay, we're in at 65. And I want to be notified if we get a breakdown to 1654. So I'm going to set an alert, INO, 1654, bid. Also want to know if it gets down to 1651 on the bid. And then, of course, I'm going to set out multiple alerts here. just because I want to make sure that I'm in on it. I think if it fails that 47 level, I'd really like to see it hold this. We've got a couple minutes left in this 15-minute candle, and I would love nothing more than to see a close above that 15-minute candle. I would even consider adding to my position at that point. So CCCL, yep, I was looking at that earlier too. As a matter of fact, we'll go back to it. There was a reason I didn't add it to my watch list. Let's see. I think it was the wicks. I think I was looking at these wicks. I mean, if you look at this, lot of wicks. You know, CCL, it just seems to be a really, I mean, it seems to be just a dangerous stock to trade. It really does. There hasn't been much volume. There's a massive buy up on very light volume here, so I'm always wary of that. No shares for shorting. Now this isn't to say though, the one good case I think CCL has for it, at least from a technical standpoint, is it's coming very close to busting out through these levels here that, you know, could not get broken through. But I do want you to keep in mind this candle here, this daily, actually broke out past this daily. You see here? It broke out past it and then got slammed back down. So even if I saw a breakout, I'd be kind of wary. I'd be kind of wary of it. INO, all of my alerts have pretty much gone off. But it has not tagged 1647. Man, it would bite to have to take another loss on this. But it doesn't look like we're going to get above the 9 EMA on this 15-minute candle. So we might have to take a double loss. It would just be very unfortunate, but I'd love to see a recovery, a consistent move up. I really feel like we're going to get a buy up on this. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I don't want to sit here on it under, you know, the pretense of wishful thinking. Morning, Work Diver. Good to see you, man. Glad you're with us today. Red to green move on open. CCCL. Yeah. This is, we really need to see the push up here. We really need to see the push up here. And what I'm really looking for is just a massive, massive squeeze. You know, and I think we can get a retest up here, guys. I think we could at least get a retest up to the 1840s, 1850s. I think what I would probably end up doing if this did start squeezing up, first of all, I'd probably add at the break of 17. I think that would be huge. And I would probably take my first partial at 1765. 1765. I would probably take 50 shares off the table there, maybe even 100 shares off the table there, and then I would see where the other 100 would go from there. So we look like we're getting the turnaround. I mean, this could be the point where a lot of that ends up going down. I'm going to reset these alerts just because I want to be on top of it. Let's see, 54 add, and let's say 1650 add. So I want to be alerted again. I also want to be alerted if INO gets up to the ask on 1686 add. So I want to be alerted about that too, because that'll be pretty significant, I think. Looks like it's going to go. We're going to start making our way up there. I will consider adding. If we can get enough buy action in here. Looks like it could be turning around, guys. Looks like it could be turning around. Even if I just get in 50 shares at first. If you, by the way, if you hear that noise in the background, that's my DVD / Blu-ray player / burner. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get in another 50 shares. So we got a 1671 average at 150 shares. We consider adding another 50 at the break of 17. Doing pretty good here on this. Could be significant. Don't really like breakout trading, but sometimes it's worth a shot. This may suffer a pullback. It's fine if it does. 150 at 1671. See if we can get a push. There we go. Yeah, this Blu-ray DVD player of mine, something's wrong with the sensor. It keeps opening, closing. I've got to take my CPU apart today. And Sagar, you could actually probably help me with that. Although I think I know what to do. I got to go in there and I think just unplug it. I think there's two things I have to unplug from the Blu-ray player. Come on. See if we can get a push on INO. Using a dust off. No, I haven't tried that yet. I just need to do it. This has literally been doing it all since the weekend, basically. I actually taped it shut, but you can still hear the internal workings trying to open and close it all the time. But I think I'm just gonna have to go in there and unplug it. I've just been avoiding it for the last several days, and sometimes it's chill, sometimes it doesn't, do anything. I tried disabling the driver, but that didn't seem to work, so I think it is an issue with the sensor. So Lowe's seems like one could be a decent one today, by the way, guys. FSCT looks like, I would obviously want the spread to be good enough, but this is one that I was actually looking at yesterday. Wasn't really in play too much, but FSCT, if we go here, hold on, I'm gonna miss this if I come on. Can we get the pop? I'll actually add on a pullback. Okay, so I'll just put that in there. I'll add on a pullback. Where did I put that? 75. Could we get down to 75? No, if we got down to 75, I would be starting to want to look to get out. So I would take it at a pullback of 80, maybe 82, just in case it tapped on 80 but didn't go through. So let's go ahead and get an alert here at 1685. Let's also get 1679. Okay, so we'll kind of watch for that. So we'll come back here. So yeah, so FSCT, I think is the one we were looking at. It's got a 20% short float. Apparently there was some kind of investigation for possible security laws violations. Okay, I know. Okay, did I get that? Did I get the... Did not give it to me. So I'm going to uncover that right now. We're going to get back for the break of 17. So it didn't come all the way down. So now I feel like if it comes down there and breaks through there, I'm going to want to try to get out break even. 150. Guys, we might be going for a breakout here. Might be going for a breakout. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get in. We got 200 at 1678. So if this breaks 80, we'll say this, if it breaks 70, I'll get out, or 75, we'll say. So I really want to see a push up here. And I will look to take the first 50 at 1745. Otherwise, I'll just have that ready to go there. So I need to set an alert for INO. 84 on the bid. Yeah, let's do 82. Okay. Have you tried unplugging your computer first? Oh, no, Sagar, I have not tried unplugging my computer first. Great recommendation, by the way. So FSCT, sorry, Sagar, I totally forgot we were having that conversation. FSCT, you know, there's something about how they commenced the litigation against Advent International, and so you know, I don't know. I just, for me, really, I'm going to be watching the technicals on this today, and if it looks like we're going to get, you know, a nice buy up, I'll get in. If it looks like this sucker's going to continue to tank, I may get in for that too. Facebook was one I was going to watch. I'm not going to watch Facebook. And I'll tell you what, if this ends up blowing through the roof here, then this might be the only trade that I take today, would be INO. Lows, There's really not a lot on here. I'm gonna remove lows. Nvidia INO has broken 17. It's having a really hard time with continuation. I don't like this, guys. What I don't like is just the hesitation on the buying here. I do not like that. I do not like that. I really, look at that. Look at that. Did you see that flash sell off there? Ah. This is why I hate stocks like this. But took a stab in the dark, or took a shot in the dark, whatever. And this is really going to break down past 80. If I see selling into the 70s, I just got to take it, guys. Really want to see a buy up here. Oh, come on. All right, guys. So I had to get out of that one. It might end up doing fine. We'll watch it out the gates. It's just very unfortunate. Very unfortunate with INO. So we got FSCT. Nvidia's one I'm watching. mRNA's one that I'm watching. Really don't have time to go through this stuff right now. I'm sorry, guys. Morning, Yoni B. Good to see you. Baidu, I don't really care too much about, but it might do well if volume comes in. JD's looking good today. I actually kind of want to move JD closer to the top of the list. Kind of want to move mRNA and NVAX a little closer to the list. DVAX looks like it could be good for a short. It really does. It looks like, you know, it could continue to move down to this, you know, 1540s level. See what happens on INO. I did purchase 400 shares for shorting INO, but just, I mean, I don't know if I would end up shorting it though. See if we can get another stab at this. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. But if it holds, that'll be great. See if it holds. There's a lot of buying. Okay, I'm going to jump in at 69. Let's just see. See if we can get the pop. We'll give this another stab. Nope. Okay, going to come out just in case. Yeah, it's going down. So there we go. Glad I got out of that one. So now I may be looking for a short position on INO. SPY is like it's getting a little bit of a drop. See what JD's doing. JD is all kinds of whippy right now. Okay, mRNA continuing to get the drop. See if we can get a drop on this. Is it going to hold? See if mRNA gets a pullback here. We're going to drop, continue to sell, or is it going to get enough of a pullback? I'd really love a pullback on mRNA. There we go. There we go. Come on. See if it can get all the way up to VWAP. There we go. Let's go ahead and jump in there with 50 shares. Okay, we'll consider coming back in with 50 shares. Wow. Nice big buyback there. Let's get back in. So we got 100 at 69.41. See if we can get the drop here. And get a nice drop. Yep, there we go. Come out there, just kind of unsure about that. Oh, I thought I made 20 bucks on that. I obviously did not. Yeah, it looks like it's getting bought back up over that. I know it's getting a buyback to VWAP. There we go. Nice little buyback there. Let's see. Okay, we're going to get in 200 at 38. And see if we can get the drop below 16. See if we can get the drop below 16. Consider adding again if we do. Here we go. Take it if it comes up into the 60s. I want to see a rejection here. Continued selling pressure. Really would love to see a drop through 16. There we go. Ooh, there's fighting. There's fighting there at 16.20. There we go. Can we get, oh, it's getting bought up. It's getting bought up. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we're coming out half. Okay. 38. We can get a continued rejection. Continued rejection. Okay. Let's try it again here in a minute. Give it another shot. Looks like it's struggling. Kind of made it above VWAP. There we go. There we go. Nice move to the downside. Let's see if we can break 16. Whippy action here, guys. But let's see if we can break 16. Let's look at this on the 2-minute. 5-minute. Yeah, I think we're going to get the drop. Could be wrong, but I think we're going to get the drop. So we're going to put in another 100 shares there. We got an average at 16.30. Stop out will be above 16.50. I think, yeah. See if we can get a break of 16. See if we can get a break of 16. Oh, missed that break. Come on. Okay, so we'll do, wait for a little pullback. Are we going to get it? No, we're not going to get it. Ah, hate that. Okay, well, There we go. There's a nice little break there. Okay, I'm going to come out half. We got 1623 average on 100 shares. Let's just see how far down we can get on this. Let's just see how far down we can get. We can get a continued sell-off on INO. Yep. Nice. Come on. Let's break down through it. Break down through it. Looks like there's still a lot of selling. Time and sales is as red as it can get right now. But it's kind of okay. I'm going to come out another half. We'll just hold on to those last 50 shares. What I think I'm going to do is add if we get a pullback. And that's probably a big if, but I would love to see a really nice pullback here. Let's look at mRNA. Oh, mRNA is finally getting the drop. Man, I should have stayed in on that one. 67.38. It's a big number. There we go. mRNA getting that pullback that it loves to get all the time. All right, so we'll come back in here in a minute. I want to see a really nice big pullback. If we can get it, might be difficult to get it. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get back in. And let's get back on INO. Let's see what kind of a pullback we're getting here. Okay, mRNA still kind of fooling around. See if we can get a good enough pullback here. I guess if mRNA holds, I might want to get out. Could be a nice little reversal here. We'll see. INO continuing to get the drop. See what happens if we get through 1560. Okay, so we're going to get in again with 100 shares. We got 1591 average, 150 shares. Would love to see a continuation down here. And let's see if we can get a continuation. We need to break the 1564 level on INO. We need to break that 1564 level. Otherwise, we'll get out and look for a re-entry point. There we go. Oh, almost. Come on. Ah. Looks more like a double bottom. If it doesn't, I really need to see a flush right here. Come on. Come on. Let's get the flush. Let's get the flush. Come on. It's having a hard time. I'm going to come out and just see what this does. I mean, I might have just shot myself in the foot there, but let's see. mRNA. I'm looking for a continued breakdown past 67.41. I don't know if we're going to get it, but I'm going to come out half just in case we don't get it. INO's holding. Could be reversal time right here. JD's light on volume. mRNA finally coming down 67.40. Can we get the break there? See how much selling we've got going on here. Man. mRNA is tough. See what we've got going on NVAX. NVAX is losing a lot of steam as well. It's about to break through this daily level at 48.30. So that would be interesting. Come on. Can we get it? Can we get the break? And FCST is kind of holding. Man, NVAX is spready. Very spready. Okay, let's see if we can get a fill there. There we go. Come on. Get crushed. Get crushed. Get crushed. Come on, you need to come all the way down here to 46. Come on. There we go. We'll come out half just in case. It's making me nervous. It's not breaking 48. Come on. There we go. Ah. Whip back. Whip back. Come on. Crush 48. There we go. Come on, crush it. Okay, I'm coming out. I don't feel good about that one. mRNA is holding. Also, INO. Nice pullback on INO. Let's see what kind of a pullback we can get here. I mean, see if we can get it up to the 34 levels. JD, man, look at JD. Getting that kind of a buy up. mRNA. Looks like it's getting a little bit of a buy up here. Love to see a fail on mRNA. INO still pushing. NVAX still can't make up its mind. FSCT could be pulling for another leg down. There's not much volume on it though. Okay. I think I'd feel all right with getting in here. 500 shares on DVAX. Maybe 400 shares. And I would just get out at the break of 6:30. We'll say 628, break of 628. The reason I'm taking this trade on DVAX is because DVAX is weak, had a major sell-off yesterday. I think it could retest this 584 level and make its way back down to the 554 levels. So that, you know, and it kind of looks like it's forming a wedge here. Let's see, hold on a second. That looks like it's kind of breaking down already. But if we were to take this one, put it here, yeah, if we break down through 10, that'll be pretty significant, I think. mRNA is getting bought the freak up. Okay, so it's come up $2. Gonna go ahead and that's a nice whole number. So we got 68.90, and I'll continue adding up. Just going to continue adding 25 shares. Add it up into 70, 30. go. So we got 75 at 69.37. See if we can get a squeeze up here. To 88. Almost. There we go. There we go. Can we get it? Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. So we got 100 at 69.72. I guess 69.35 would be a good number, or we'll say 52. Yeah, we'll say 69.52. See if we can clear 20 bucks on that. We'll take another 25 at 71.40. I think we could get it. I think we could get out those other 100 shares at 69.42. Let's just see where this goes from here. There we go. Come on. Push down through. There we go. Push down through 70, 69.42. Here we go. Come on. See if we can get it. See if it breaks through 70. This may be a little difficult here, but I think we can get it. Ah, and DVAX got me out. Do it at 69.22. Come on. Don't like that. Do not like that. Massive buy up there. Ah. Come on. It's not good. There we go. Come on. Pound through there. Make your way back down to VWAP. Come on. Okay, if it holds there, I've got to probably come out half, unfortunately. Really want to see a breakdown here. There it is. There it is. Come on, break. Break. Okay, I've got to come out half, guys, unfortunately. So we've got 50 at a 70, 54 average. Red on the day right now, but it looks like it's holding this level here, and so I really don't want to take a chance. Man, DVAX called my bluff. All right, so we're gonna, second day in a row DVAX got me. JD. INO came all the way up to 1650. It's like a chop fest right now. Yeah, mRNA is not looking too favorable. Looks like we could go on another bull tear here. So I'll set my stop at 71 on those 50 shares. I'll actually set it for 70.96. Stop buy. So otherwise, I would look for it to come down and continue making lows. I don't know if that's going to be a big possibility, but if it breaks 69.80, that'll be pretty solid. And I'd even think about adding if it came all the way up to this high, but didn't break through. Would almost consider adding back in for a drop. Ooh, nice. All right, so mRNA is still having a struggle up at these levels. I don't know, guys. It's tightening. It could really go either way right now, so don't feel too good about getting into it quite yet. I almost feel like we have more of a chance to break out. I think at this point, 60, 69. Yeah, I think if we break 81, I'd probably just want to go ahead and stop out. Oh, what did you do, Matt? I accidentally, oh, 70, 70, 81. Man. Invax has had a really nice recovery. Fake out, breakout past that EMA multiple times on the 5 minute. 51.89. Love to see one more attempt there. There we go. Okay, so I'm jumping in at 51.15. And obviously I'll need to take it at the break of 51.91. We'll take it at 51.96. Stop. Buy at 51.96. And then FCST, still kind of lagging. Nvidia's kind of been a chop fest. Looks like it could be catching a move to the downside though. It's all kind of in a chop fest right now. Honestly, it's really difficult to tell where any of this is going to go. mRNA is finally getting that breakout, so Invax looks like it wants to push. Baidu is creeping up, but just kind of slow. Not a lot of volume being traded on this today. So I'm going to remove that. UAL, DAL, all making some nice moves. I would look to take NVAX at 49.15 if it could get down there. So we want to set an alert on NVAX for 50.15 add, and then NVAX on the ask 5191 on the ask. Okay. So we'll set that there. INO looks like it's going to continue creeping down, so it's good for INO. I wonder if it's going to be a clean break though. mRNA, huge fail right there on mRNA. So good job on that. NVAX is still just, NVAX is creeping up, guys. I don't know. I think I think if it hits again and rejects, then it could come down and break VWAP, and we could see some continuation to the downside. Let's see, UAL. Okay, where are we at here? So SPY is continuing to get bought up. Which means United is probably going to continue to get bought up. Apple's struggling. Let's look at Lowe's. This could be catching a reversal here. It's more like it could be a VWAP reversal. Facebook has had a nice, sweet little run up here. We've got it's on its second bear flag, or second bull flag, basically. May pop that one back up on the watch list. Yeah, just as I thought, INO's getting a retracement. So INO's may just do this thing where it constantly has pullbacks all day. NVAX is still getting an EMA rejection. So if it finally breaks through all of this, I'm definitely going to want to get out. And I've got my stop in place. I want to see a continued rejection off of that 9 EMA. Yeah, so I'll probably want to stop at 51, right at 51.91. Stop buy. Looks like it's gonna do it. We'll see. FSCT not really doing much today. I wonder what LK is up to. LK is kind of a of an anomaly here. Let's look at DVAX again. It's incredible what DVAX is doing, but it's not too surprising. Okay, so all right, and we're out of NVAX and down 69.98 on the day. So let me address. Let me come and look at the chat here. So morning Yoni B. Took a long at INO. Stop below 1550. Okay. So you've probably stopped out, yeah, Yoni? INO with full position now. We'll try to hold high a day break, otherwise stop. I'm gonna be away from keyboard for a bit. Oh, okay. So you're probably not even here, Mike. What's up, Mike? What chart software do you use? Have you tried eSignal? No, I have not tried eSignal or TC2000. Honestly, you know, it's all kind of part of my conservative trading strategy. What I use is, if I want to get accurate charting, I will use TradingView, and it's a free. You can get a free subscription to TradingView, which I'm assuming you probably already know that. But you know, it's a great tool to have, and I keep it up here on a different monitor. Here, I'll bring it down and show it to you right here, so you can see here. You know, I keep TradingView up here and some tickers over here, and you know, you get news in here, and it's got a little scanner and everything, but it's you know, the free version isn't like anything super spectacular, but it's really all you need as far as if you're wanting to get, you know, accurate price reading and stuff, and if you're wanting to do some things that like these light speed charts won't necessarily help you to do well. So you know, but it's part of the conservative trading strategy. You know, I used to have subscriptions to all kinds of things. I had a top tier premium trade ideas subscription. I was paying, I don't know, close to a couple $1,000 a year for that. I talked about this a little bit yesterday, so I don't know if you were around. And then I had like a Benzinga Pro newsfeed subscription, and I was paying, I don't know, almost maybe $1,500 to $2,000 a year for that as well. So I used a lot of stuff, and what I came to find out is that there are enough resources out there that are available to you to where you really don't have to use that stuff, you know, and I'm able to come into the market most days and be profitable without having to invest in all these other different things. And so, you know, but I will say this, you know, with eSignal, TC2000 is another one, and TC2000 I think is a little bit cheaper, a little more affordable, I'll say, and is used by some of the top industry pros around. And so I would say that if there was a charting program to go with out there, that if you wanted to buy one or put your money towards one or whatever, I would use TC2000. That's one that I've looked at that one a lot. I've done a lot of research and studying on that charting tool. Again, there are some really prominent day traders out there who use TC2000, and you know, so I would use that one. But eSignals, I mean, if you have the money, man, and you want to throw the money down, I mean, eSignals is great too. So you're understanding my trading theme here. Yeah, it really is. I mean, there's a lot of things to that word conservative. You know, first of all, share size. I try to trade with a very conservative share size. You can see here on my order book or whatever that, you know, 100 shares, 50 shares, 200 is the max that I've taken today. No, excuse me, 400. I did take 400, but it was on a $6 stock. You know, I don't believe in using, you know, more than half of your buying power. I mean, and obviously there are some occasions where maybe you're tied up to, 60 or 70% of your buying power. But this thing about opening up these accounts and maxing out your buying power and all that, I mean, I think that's dangerous. I think it's a little irresponsible. But I think that you can get into the markets with conservative share size, and if you've got a good enough strategy and you can make good enough calls and take them and let your winners run enough, you can do well. I mean, today's the first red day of the week. And I'm not done yet. Typically what I'll do at this time is I'll just kind of bow out of the market, and I'll come back later and I'll look and see if there's any kind of a quality setup, like a really good setup that, where I can dig myself out. And if you come back and check out the video recap later, I very well may end the day in the green, but I may still be here in the red, and that's fine too. But by and large, I'm able to maintain a pretty solid, most days are here lately anyway. I haven't really been doing as well as I was doing before all of this coronavirus junk and the stock market crash and all that. But I mean, I used to have pretty consistent $400, $500, $600 days here. If you go back on the channel, you'll even see some $700 and $800 days. I've even had some 4-digit days. None that not since I've started the channel, ironically, but we're talking just trading with very conservative share size. You're able to do that. And so here lately, most of my days have been anywhere from 100 and some to 200 and some. And again, with trading, just with 100 shares, 50 shares, 25 shares, even sometimes. But so I try to maintain a very conservative share size. So that's one thing. Also, with what I put my money into as far as tools and resources, I find that you can use a lot of free resources. You can even go on YouTube if you want to find really good scanners. If you want to find the trade idea scanners, if you want to know what stocks are hot and on and popping that day, you can go and YouTube trade ideas live scanner. And you will find channels that are live streaming their scanners. And they've got them for small caps and large caps. And, it's kind of like, for me, it's just kind of like, why put my money into all that if I can get it here, if I can find it through some of these free resources that are available. Now, that being said, buying the scanner, like actually buying a trade idea scanner, does have a lot of benefits. And if you're making the money to justify it, then fine. You can use it to program, any kind of stock that you're looking to trade. And so that's the benefit of actually having those scanners. But for me and my strategy and what I use, I mean, I come into the markets every day between finding some of those scanners on YouTube and even like using free resources like FinViz and TradingView, their scanners. I mean, you can find plenty to trade and to make money. And so, and even with charting, you can see here, even with charting, I'm very, very conservative on, and look at this. It literally got up, got me out, and ended up coming down. You hate to see that. I had even had my stop at one point up at 51.96, and I moved it down to 51.91 just because I was afraid it was going to shoot up past that, but now it's coming down. Story of my life. Anyway, same with mRNA. Story of my life, guys. Well, anyway, so you can see on the charts, I use very conservative, I have very conservative use of indicators. I mean, really, all you're going to see here is basically VWAP and a couple key intraday indicators. And sometimes I even clear those out. And I'm literally just watching volume and VWAP, and price action and that sort of thing. So I think that trading can get very confusing when people try to, use too many technical indicators. So, yeah. How are you seeing this earnings season? My apologies if you've already discussed that topic here. No, it's fine. The earnings season is I don't know. In my opinion, it's been maybe a little lackluster, but that's understandable given the times that we're in. I think there's still a lot of uncertainty. I really do. I think there's a lot of uncertainty in the markets still, even though, you look at the SPY and the SPY just continues to get bought up. I mean, it's really incredible. Nobody was predicting any kind of a V-shaped recovery. And we've made almost a 60% retracement here now, on a V-shaped recovery, and it's incredible. Obviously, we still got to break through these moving averages, but even with the SPY moving up like this, I find that there's a lot of verdict out right now on a lot of different companies, and you even take the transport the travel industry, the cruise lines, the airlines. They're still, I mean, look at this. Look at this. As much as the SPY has made a V-shaped recovery, look at Boeing. Boeing is still way down. Still way down. You look at UAL, same thing. Look at CCL, same thing. No, they're not recovering the way that the SPY is. Let's go back to the SPY. Look at the SPY, big difference. SPY made a major drop, and so they're not all of these companies are recovering at the same rate that the market is as a whole. And really what I think is holding up this market right now is the tech sector. I mean, now the tech sector has been on fire and has continued to make all-time highs even in these times. So earnings with the tech sector, I think, have been the best out of everything else. But yeah. So anyway, that's my little 2 cents on that. Sorry, Yoni B. But from what I can tell, Yoni B, you've been doing pretty well here lately, though. You've had some really good days in the market here lately. So, you know what, guys? This looks actually like a pretty good entry point for JD. If we break 55, I think we could make a good strong move down. I guess it might be good to make I'm also watching the SPY too. The SPY looks like it's kind of a little wobbly up here. It might turn around. So I'm going to go ahead and get in 200 shares here, and I'll just put my stop at 55.40. Stop at 55.40, and I will look for JD. JD looks like it could make a good solid pullback. It really does. So I would look for it to. I'd look for it to come down at least to the. I would try to hold these 200 shares until. I don't know. I'd probably take 100 off at 54.76. So if it broke down through there, maybe 54.80. No, I'll say 54.76. Because I think we could even move down to the 54.50s, and I'd probably take the other 100 off there. So we'll see. We'll see where this ends up going. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, it seems like it's been a very good month for you so far. Yoni B, especially with some of those swing trades, man. I mean, those seems like they've been pretty phenomenal. So, if JD makes a recovery, I'll look to get out. Otherwise, if it comes up here and it looks like it's struggling, I may look to add. So we'll see. mRNA. NVAX is just getting crushed. NVAX is continuing to get crushed. Man. DVAX finally getting crushed. Very light volume on that though. As much as I would love to get in here, I don't think it would be responsible. NVIDIA, I was looking at that back here. Facebook. So we had another bull flag here. think JD can really go. I want to see a break of 55 though. I really have got to see that break of 55. So we're going to just stay in here, 200 shares. And we'll go ahead and take, like I said, the first 100 off at 54.76. If it breaks 55, we need to watch for that. There we go. Go ahead and get that ready. No worries, Mike. Good to see you back here, man. So I went short JD, just a couple hundred shares. I'm looking for a break of 55 and a sustained break below it, and I would love to be able to come out. You know, I probably ought to take that first 100 shares at 54.86, just in case. And then we'll see what the other 100 shares ends up doing. I think we can get that. Maybe even 84. Sometimes I like to move it down a couple bucks just to, or a couple cents just to make sure that I'm paying for the trade. So let's see what this does here. Let's see if it gets down to 84. It's got to touch this line right here, and we'll be in the profit. So intraday today, what's up? Intraday today is calling SFET. For anybody who wants to check that out. So JD is continuing to plunge, take the plunge. I'm going to try to be patient here and wait for that tap down at 54.84. $54.98. Let's see if we can get a continuation down. Slow mover. There we go. There we go. 95. See if we can get the drop down to 84. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set my stop. So I would, if it comes all the way back up to 55.20, I'm going to get out the first 100 shares. So stop, buy. And then if it comes over 25, I'll get out the other 100 shares, stop, buy. So otherwise, we are looking for a continuation down to, let's see, 54.84. And let me see here, 96. Let's look at these levels here. Maybe I'll just take it at 82. Because I think if it breaks down into the 80s, I think it will at least test the 54.80 mark. So I should be able to get those first 100 shares out at 82. So we'll see. Let's look at mRNA. INO continuing to get the drop. I did pick up 400 shares for shorting on INO today. Let's look at SFET. You have to locate shorts. I don't, Yoni B, I don't I wouldn't even touch SFET. I wouldn't touch it. I think it's done. I think the move is over on that one. Intraday today might have, I'm assuming he was talking about shorting it. You might be able to get a nice little pullback move or something like that, but I wouldn't touch this one personally. So you know what? I'm going to put the whole 200 shares at 55.26. Stop by. No problem, ma'am. This is my little 2 cents there. I'll tell you what, if JD makes a recovery, up 29, net down 22, made few extra trades by pressing wrong keys. What did you end up trading today, Sauger, out of curiosity? Facebook's at all-time highs. Interesting. Ah, come on. Looks like we could get a move down on Facebook today. CCCL, okay, cool. Taking another long on INO, last trade, stop below 1430. I'm very impressed by how you guys trade with hotkeys. I can't do it to save my life. I don't know why. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice. I mean, it really does. It does. It takes a lot of practice. But that's what the simulator's for. So let's look at CCCL. Yeah. Well, that one made a good move up. I mean, that's for sure. So it did. This is what we were talking about this morning, Sauger. You probably remember, you know, so you've got how we were talking about there's a lot of wicks on this one, and you know, you can already see it happening. But we said it could go back and test these, you know, breakout points, but and remember how we were talking about how this one broke over this previous day, but then got slammed back down. So that's obviously always something that you want to pay attention to. But yeah, it looks like another one of those days where it's just going to end up as a big wick. But I don't know. You know, you never know. I mean, it's still kind of trending. It's in an upwards trending channel here. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It could end up doing well. It could end up doing better than we think. So 55.15. Man, JD's a stubborn little guy. But man, I'll tell you what, if it rolls over, we're gonna get a good move to the downside. We got 200 shares too, so I might even move this 100 shares down to, let's see, we've got to move down to 77 here. Might even move it down to 76, maybe 78. I mean, it comes all the way down to 69, so we'll say, yeah, we'll say 76. Hopefully we get this move on JD. Would be great to get that move and then get a move back down here to previous day close. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'll tell you what, if the SPY begins to show some kind of weakness, I think that'll be possible. I think it will be. Matt, check out Keys, Keys. Oh, nice. Keysight Technologies. Good call. Good call. I mean, there's definitely a flat top here. You could, you know, it's attempted to break out. We had an attempted breakout that failed. So, I mean, 102.21. I guess I could take 50 shares here. JD is making its way down, so we're doing good there. I guess I could take 50 shares here, and then let me look at some information on Keys first. And I might miss this move, but oh, it's 186 million shares. Okay, so not too bad to report Q2 earnings. Okay, so they're going to be reporting earnings. Sounds like. Thing is this is a doji here. It broke out past the highs, but then it broke down past the lows and got bought up both times. So I'm gonna watch that one for a minute. I mean, 50 shares, because if we came and we did break that, we could easily make 50 bucks on this move. So what would I be risking here? 102.21. Wouldn't be risking too much. It's had a nice run up. I mean, it's definitely overextended. Look at JD. I think we're going to get this fill at 76, guys. Man, I should have added to my position. I think we're going to get that first fill. We got to break 80. Really want to see us break 80. And now we would need to get out at break even. So worst case scenario, this is going to be roughly about a break even trade if it comes all the way back up. And I'll even give it room to break 55.20. Stop. Buy. So I'll even give it room for that. But let's see if we can break down through into the 70s. There we go. JD is breaking down. I'll check out Keys again here in a second. Too. There we go. Let's break 80. There we go. Come on. Can we do it? Okay. You know what? Man, tapped right on 80. I originally had my stop at 82. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on. You got to be kidding me. Take off my 100. There we go. Okay. All right, we got filled on that first 100. Let's see if we continue to make a move down on these other 100 shares. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put a stop at, definitely putting a stop at break even. So if this can make it all the way back up to 55.16, I mean, you can have it. You can just have it. And I'll end the day down $29. Let me just look at this too. Let me try to be a little more critical about this. Because if this breaks through here, let's try to be a little more critical about this. So we have had consistently an obeying of this 20 moving average ever since, okay, well, we tapped off of VWAP, but ever since we broke VWAP, we have respected that 20-day moving average. We've had absolutely no breaks above it. So really, I probably should put my stop above that. But even then, it could kind of do one of these things where it just kind of pokes up through it, but then gets slammed back down. So I think what I'll do is I'll just say if it gets over 55.10, I'll get out. So 55.11 will be the new stop. So I'll at least make a little bit of money on those last 100 shares. Otherwise, let's see if it can get the breakdown here and get a move down to break that and make a really solid move down. I think I would take another 50 shares off. Let's look at this. 54.47 seems to be like a legit 54.50 basically. So I think what I had to do is I need to put 50 shares out at 54.52. And that would probably get me to green on the day. And then the other 50 shares I would, I would obviously have to stop out. So that's what I'm going to do there. Now, if it looks like this is going to be a reversal, because JD does this a lot, you can see JD is really good about making reversals. We had a double bottom reversal here, kind of had a double bottom reversal kind of here, at least from here to here. So let's check out keys again. Okay. Looks like I'm kind of missing the boat on that one. Kind of missing the boat on that one. 101.59. Yeah, I don't even know if I could make 50 off of that. That's a good call, Sauger. I just there's such light volume on it, and they've got earnings that they're going to be reporting. So this might be kind of a buy the hype type of scenario. I mean, we're basically making back our losses on the day with JD, so we really need to see the breakdown here. Otherwise, I'm gonna call this as a reversal, and I'll probably just want to get out. I may bring my stop down. Let's look at this. Nice. Can it continue to go? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop 50 shares at 82 or 81. Stop out and buy 50 shares at 81. Let's see. No, we probably ought to move it all the way up to 82. All right. So I got my stop buy at 82. We want to see a fail, and we want to get this down to 54.52 and pick off those 50 shares. Right now we're making higher lows, but we haven't broken out. 82 would be the breakout. And it could be a fake out breakout. Could definitely be that. I would love to see 67 get crushed. Come on. Crush 67. Crush it. Higher low still. We got to crush it here. This has got to be it. This has got to be it, or I'm going to seriously consider coming out at 82. Yeah, I'll stop buy all 100 back now at 82. If this holds here, as far as I'm concerned, we're going to get a reversal probably all the way back up to VWAP at least. And I could always come back later, check in on that, see if we're getting a VWAP rejection and short it again. But this is not looking very promising. Yeah, if it breaks that 5-minute candle. Come on. Break 70, break 67. There we go. We're going to do it. There we go. Oh. Can we do it? Nice. Nice. Now we're going to move our stop to 81. If it comes up to 81, that's going to be... Okay, so this should not be a reversal. This should be a continuation to the downside. We should get that fill at 54.52. I might even bring that 50 shares down limit to 54.46. Maybe 44 just to pay for that ticket. And if it looks like it's pausing at 50, I'll take it. I'll just take it at 50. I think that's a possibility. But if this breaks 54.26, we're going to make a good, solid move down. Come on. Break into it. Break into it. Come on. You know you want to. Come on, JD. That's okay. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it, JD. Sometimes you have to coax them into it a little, you know. You got to give them a little extra encouragement, you know, just kind of just let them know, hey, it's going to be all right. What is happening? Let's see. I hate when that does that. For those of you who are new to the live stream or just now kind of chiming in, I can't tell how many people are watching. For some reason, it's not telling me how many viewers we have right now. But if you're new, I will tell you that annoying sound that constant annoying sound that you continue to hear in the background is my DVD Blu-ray player thing on my CPU. It just keeps opening and closing, well, it's trying to. I taped it shut, so it's kind of the inner workings trying to push through it, but so annoying. So annoying. I've got to go in and unplug that. Either that or just put a bullet in it. I've got a nice Ruger SR9 compact in the other room. Don't think I haven't thought about going and getting it and just loading it up and shooting this thing. Yes, I'm a gun owner. I hope that doesn't offend anybody. That seems to offend a lot of people nowadays. I am a responsible gun owner. Let me say that. I think most people nowadays think that if you're a gun owner, you're like this really bad, evil person who's going to go postal on the world. Let's see. Come on, JD. So this is what I don't like. So I might even might go ahead. Come on. I'll take 50 there. I'll take 50 at 54.56. Come on. There, almost. Come on. There you go. Okay, guys, I've made 2 cents today. I'm probably all said and done, I will have paid for my trading today. Today was not really great trading on my part, honestly. I mean, it just wasn't. Still like CCCL if it breaks 140 and 150. Okay. It's not the gun that kill people. People kill people. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly right. And if they didn't have a gun, they'd probably use a knife. And if they didn't have a knife, they'd probably use a spoon. Or a baseball bat or something. Or a crowbar. Which, by the way, all of those items people have actually used to kill people before. Well, except for the spoon. I don't know if anybody's ever actually used a spoon to kill people. But let's see. Blowing up your account. PHUN. Hold on, let me reset this stop. So I'll get out if this breaks back over 80. So stop. Buy 50 shares at 54.81. Otherwise, let's see if we can get a move all the way down here. Let's see if the JD can just crack and dump. It's sitting at all-time highs. I don't think that's too far-fetched of an idea. Keys still traveling around there. PHUN. What in the world? Now, this is incredible because I saw this one on the scanners today. But I said to myself, this ain't going to do anything. But look at this, man. Look at this junk. Good Lord. Obviously, it's done this before. Funware. Good Lord. What a crap stock. What a crap stock. I wouldn't trade that to save my life. I would trade it to end my life. That's probably what would happen if I traded that. Yeah, CCCL soccer. I can. Yeah, it breaks 140, 150. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd be careful for a head and shoulders. I would, man, I would see if this thing can break high of day. Here's the thing. Again, this is what we have to remind ourselves of on CCCL. Let me just pull this out, just to make sure I'm being clear about this. Had a nice buy up here, ended up as a big wick, right? Had a nice buy up here, ended up with a big wick and a huge sell-off. Nice buy up here, ended up as a big wick. Where's the other one? Wick, 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 wick. You know, there's a couple here that looked like they were strong and survived. Look at these. Big wick, big wick. This one sustained a little, still had a little wick, but then a massive sell-off the next day. Here's one that had a wick. I would just be careful. This, you know, you can definitely tell. This is what we call cyclical analysis. This gets into, and a lot of people don't know much about cyclical analysis. I honestly don't know much about cyclical analysis, but the two main forms of analysis that we look at in trading, or that we go by, are fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Okay, so that's kind of ABC stuff. Everybody kind of knows that already. But cyclical analysis is kind of one of those things that, and I think it's mostly used for investors. You don't traditionally use cyclical analysis for day trading. Maybe investor, or maybe swing traders, but definitely investors. And you know, but when you see, basically, this is just part of it. There's so much more to cyclical analysis than this. I mean, this is not, when I talk about this one little point here, I'm not saying that this is cyclical analysis. There's a lot to cyclical analysis, and a lot that's even over my head. I haven't really looked. Well, I won't say over my head. I don't know much about it. I haven't studied it. But when you look, this is just one little point here. When you look at the history of how these things move, it can be pretty telling. And so based upon, you know, every cycle that this has gone through, where it's had a pump, you know, it really has mostly been pump and dump. You're not really seeing a lot of buy ups here, or several days of where it sustains, you know, and then drops. You're seeing pretty, you know, it's usually the case that this gets bought up and immediately sold off on that day. And so I would be careful. I'd just be very, very careful with it, man. That's all I'm saying. Yoni B says, I'll move my stop to break even on INO. I don't want to lose more than I have so far, but I want to stay involved. Imagine the poor guy that bought at 3. Yeah. Oh, on fun? Yeah. Man. Dude. I can't even. So INO looks like it's making a nice little pullback off of these levels here. So, but I think it's still probably in a downward trend. I think, as a matter of fact, this kind of looks like we're getting a VWAP rejection. Let's look at it on the... Yeah, I'd be more prone to just go short here. I'd be more prone to go short here. At least just for a quick scalp, you know, down to the 50s or something. But let's look at JD. JD looks like it wants to get the reversal here. I think I should move my stop down to 76. We'll stop by those last 50 shares at the break of 76. So I know could do better tomorrow. Maybe so. I'd wait for a couple rejections here if we can get it. If we can get it. And I've got a point to make about that too in a minute here. Let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So let's see. Yoni B, it looks like it's recovered the VWAP now. This could shoot straight up here, man. But I don't know. Point I was gonna make was when addressing FOMO, and look at JD. Look at JD. Man, JD looks like it's gonna break through the daily level. Really hope it does. FOMO can be, oftentimes we look at FOMO as like a stock that's like doing this, and you FOMO in, or a stock that's completely tanking like JD, and you FOMO in. And it's like, man, I want to ride that wave down, baby. Well, what a lot of people don't look at as FOMO is when the market settles down and they see stuff like this. Okay? But the FOMO is just as real. It's just as real here. You see a VWAP rejection, okay? Or you see that it can't maintain around VWAP. And so what you do is you go ahead and get in, not knowing that this could turn around and just shoot straight back up here, right? But you go ahead and get in without any kind of confirmation. Now, it is true to say that there is a tactfulness to trading. It's not always FOMOing. When you take a trade in anticipation of what you think it's more likely to do. Okay, if you're making a strong educated guess, I wouldn't just classify that as FOMO. FOMO is kind of a word that almost has a connotation attached to it of irresponsibility. Okay, and I don't think it's irresponsible if, like, for example, if your assessment of INO is, man, INO has had a major sell-off, it really looks like it could end up getting crushed today. It really does. It looks like this is going to be a big failed, whatever, and it could come all the way down to this moving average. I mean, if you feel like the overall sentiment on INO today is bearish and that the buy up here is weak, then yeah, sure, go ahead and get in here in anticipation that it's going to tank, right? Just have your stop set and don't invest more than what you're willing to lose, right? But if I find though that if you let these kind of play out and make sure that you're getting a constant rejection or just can't seem to stay over this this VWAP, then finally get in for that when you get that confirmation. But where we get the FOMO is, and this is kind of the point that I'm trying to make here, where the FOMO comes into play is we think to ourselves, well, I better get in now because this may just run straight against me. Like, you don't want to wait for all this to play out because all this might not play out. So what do? You FOMO in, you go ahead and get in, you make a decision before seeing any kind of confirmation. Okay, again, this is aside from the fact that you might not be playing off of anticipation based off of an educated decision. But anyway, when all you could see was this, there's a lot of people who went ahead and thought, man, this is just going to get crushed, and I want to get in now, and here they are, they're still waiting around in all this chop, and it might end up going against them. So I like to wait for this. And then you think to yourself, well, what if this doesn't happen? Well, then you miss the move. Okay? If this doesn't happen, then you miss the move. But it's okay. It's going to be okay because there's always another trade. And that's the point. But you can see this is actually looks like it's gonna, it looks like it's going. Yeah, plenty of other trades out there for sure. Man, look at this recovery on JD. Would absolutely love for this to make a really strong pullback. But I have a feeling we're about to start a reversal on JD. I mean, it would just have to come crushing right back down through these moving averages. But otherwise, I'm probably going to get stopped out here. That's fine. Facebook teetering around. Definitely looks like a short INO. I will not give up my spot though. mRNA, look at mRNA having a nice little pushback. It's kind of butting up on that wedge right there, so I don't know. I wouldn't feel too bad about getting in here with 50 shares. Let's see if it comes above. Let's do 71.75. Let's see if we can get caught up there. I would think mRNA is almost kind of double topping here. Honestly can't see it. I suppose it could push up to these levels and have a breakout of this wedge. Let's see. I think we're going to get a move to the downside. I think I could make a good solid 50 bucks off of this on mRNA. Let's see if it gets bought up. Pushes. It's not getting bought up. Sitting on this level right here. There we go. See if it gets a nice buy up here. This isn't bad. JD looks like it's falling a little bit with SPY right now. Let's see. I think this might be a decent spot to get in. Let's see. if I get a push up in the 72s. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. mRNA. See if we can get a pullback here. There we go. A nice little pullback. Come out half. We'll see what that other 25 shares does. Made a little $8 off of that. Not bad. See if we get a move all the way down here to, where was it? 71.85. So we would do 70.80 maybe? Yeah, 70.80. Buy. See if we can buy those there. Oh, come on. That was a nice rejection. We should get a breakdown here. $70.75. Otherwise, we'll come out. Where's this? 71.02. Oh, yeah. I mean, we could even get a move. Yeah, I'll keep it at 70.75. See. And if I have to get out, I'll get out. Oof. Man, look at that. Killing it. Killing it. Was not expecting that. So, change of plans. Change of plans. Let's see if we can get out here. Okay, so I'm going to get out there. So, okay. Well, we gave it a shot. We gave it a shot. Let's see what it does now. Somebody's got some money. So I'm not mad about this. I'm not mad about this. Change of plans. When you see something like that, you get out. It doesn't matter. I mean, it might continue to dump, but it doesn't matter. When this right here was so telling that there should be a dump following this, that when it had a buy up like that, no, it's being manipulated, and I don't want to stay in it for that. Who knows what's going to happen after that point. DVAX, man. Can't believe it got me out. Yonibi says the daily is bouncing off the moving average on mRNA. Yes, exactly. It is. That's actually something that I was looking at. I figured that, there's going to be some kind of buying on it today, but still yet, it's teetering around the previous day close. I thought we could get a quick return back to VWAP before a continued buy up, but as you can see, this is pretty strong right now. So, I'm still playing off this trend line. All right, Sagar, good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm about to head out here too. So today is basically a day that I paid for my trades. That's basically what happened today. Trades were paid for. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to set my stop at, let's see, 54.71. So if it comes up to 54.71, I'm going to be out. Buy stop. Otherwise, if it continues to make a move down today on JD, and we get a break of all these levels, I will gladly take another. Let's see, how far could we get on this? We took it at 55.16. Could we get to 53.16? We could. I can make $100 on this and end the day up $109. So let's keep our fingers crossed, right? And yeah, see you tomorrow, Sauger. So guys, yeah, I probably got to get going too. I've got some work I've got to go ahead and get into. INO is getting a rejection off that VWAP. Might only be temporary. It's interesting because it has kind of bounced, you know, right here off of these levels. INO is by and large a pretty strong stock these days. So so I don't know, you know, I can't call it. I can't call it. But you guys probably can. So, and Yoni B says going to step out too. I'll hold INO as long as it lets me. Possible swing if I'm not stopped. Thanks for the stream, Matt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And thank you for coming in, and thanks to all of you guys for all the comments that you left on the channel yesterday. I really appreciate that. Love to see activity on my channel, and glad this stuff is entertaining for you guys, and I'm glad that it's you know, been a good place for you to come trade. And yeah, so just thank you guys once again. And yeah, thank you too, Word Diver. So guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and you know, if you get a chance, come back, check in on the recap later. Hopefully we will have done fairly well on all this. We'll see. All right, guys, take care.